Welcome back, alien people, to another episode of this Gran Turismo 7 Road to Glory. If you've not watched any of the previous episodes in this series, I do go ahead and implore you to go watch that. There's a playlist down in the description.
I bet your mother will be proud of you.
We're at Fuji in Group 2 Machinery. Now, before we go ahead and get into today's episode, I just want to quickly show you guys my driver rating. And as you can see, we're pretty much where we left off. Making good progress through B, but honestly, I think this race this week, it's gonna pose a few problems. Because, oh my god, this car and track combo was a difficult one. The meta for this week was the NSX. You occasionally get a few people in the new GT1s. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and recap the races as usual, and then get into the feature race at the end of the episode. So let's get straight into this. So let's get into this then, shall we? As usual, all of these races were recorded on the Tuesday. I didn't play anything on the Monday, so I was one day behind. Definitely felt that a little bit with my quali times and my general pace. As we go through these races, you can kind of see there is a little bit of catch-up I'm playing. Anyway, as we go into turn one, you can see ran a little bit wide. The GT1 just creeped up the inside, but patience was key with this one. We're gonna get him on there. Come on, open up. There we go, and boom. Let's go, let's go! Yeah, this race was absolute carnage. Lots of touchy-feely, as you can see, with the Turkish dude and the French dude making contact. And then as we come up into the next clip, more intercontinental contact between the German and the French dude. Whoa, again, these lines people will be taking. Whoa! Just trying to get on back on safely as well. And just like that, it was so easily lost by my mediocre driving. This is what I'm talking about with this car. If you're not steady on that throttle, especially during that last sector, very slippery. It cannot be contained. You could say that about a lot of people who drink Stellas on a Saturday whilst watching the football. Anyway, as we go into here, you can see a little bit of argy-bargy on the back corner there. There's going to be a lot more of this. Yeah, there's just a lot of strange goings on in these lobbies, as you'll see here. Guy breaks into the corner, then breaks mid-corner, slowing me down, almost like a brake check. I don't think it was. I think he was actually just trying to slow down and rotate the car. But this kind of shit happens so often. Oh, that was close. That was my bad. I lost my brake marker. Bruh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is he doing? Oh, they're all coming in. Right, we're going to stay out for one more. And little did I realise this would be the downfall of my whole entire race, as staying out for that extra lap would actually net us a P9. We came out P10 at the pit stop, so we did manage to get an extra place. But again, the hill, a large one to climb. And with the state of these B lobbies, until we get into the upper echelons, into A, there's going to be a lot more of these rammers. There's going to be a lot more of people not giving us the space. And there's going to be a lot more of me, you know, losing my brake marker and going flying into corners. As we go into race 2 here. Whoa, divers, absolute divers, right. Yeah, I saw a really funny comment on the last video. I'll put it up on the screen now. I'll like summarize it because I can't remember exactly what it said, but you know, everyone in all these lobbies, it's like they've seen that one Senna interview where it's like, if you don't go for a gap, you're not a racing driver. Honestly, Gran Turismo lobbies, they're exactly like that. But we did go wide here, and we basically invited all the pressure from the cars behind. I accidentally swerved left, I'm not gonna lie. That was my fault. I did not see him. But then this NSX basically comes to a standstill during this corner. I don't know what is wrong with these people. I found in this lobby, as you can see, the Audi driver doing what an Audi driver does here, just barging me out of the way. Yeah, throughout this whole lobby, people were just braking so early. Mate, brake so early. Should I wait for him? Should I not wait for him? That was definitely my fault. Yeah, we've got a penalty. 5 seconds off the track. Which led us to a total of a P14. So P9, then a P14. Again, not starting very well. My driver rating is crying for help. It's like, please, let me go. Yeah, it wasn't a good start to this race. I'm not gonna lie, I've got a lot of improving to do as well. It wasn't everyone's fault. Maybe, you know, I could have gone in and, you know, maybe came off the accelerator a tad or something. But like I said, these lobbies, it's eat or be eaten. I saw that come in. I saw that come in. That's why we use the bumper cam. That's why we use the bumper cam. But I was hoping for a better performance as we go into race 3 here. We needed to start making some positive movements on the driver rating as we are behind Patrick Starr himself. We had a good battle with this guy. We were pretty much side by side with this guy for a whole lap, but I absolutely did have the pace again. Catching me off guard was how early he was braking in some of the braking zones. Here we went for the move. This is disgusting. What I'm about to do! Ah, we made it as well! Let's go! No track limits, please. Please, please, please. Oh, let's go. And although we didn't get track limits on that first overtake, we definitely did get it on the second attempt. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea what the track limits were on this track. The only experience I've had in GR2 on this track would have been in the time trial, and the time trial track limits were super antsy. Like if you hit the like rubber bollard things, it would like invalidate your time. So I gave the opportunity here to Patrick himself to go for the overtake. As you can see now, lap 6, my tires are pretty dead. Oh, I keep doing that. My bad. Again, I do apologize. I am not Karoon in the flesh. I'm still learning. I kind of want to keep in all these mistakes, you know, for this series, so you guys can kind of see the progression throughout it. I don't want to, like, you know, just miss anything out because I might have accidentally gone for a dive and, like, you know, locked up my brakes or anything. I want to keep it in here. It's part of the progress, if you get me. As we go in for the pit stop here, for a change of new soft tires, I learned from my mistake in the last lap where we went out for one extra lap and it ended up eating my clean. So this time, we were not going to have that same thing happen again, and we were going to come in for some fresh softs. And we came out behind this Swede. Now, I had no idea what strategy he was on because we were on lap 9 now. So if you were still going to be on soft tyres, it would be really hurting you. You saw how badly my tyres were aging, and when I came in for my pit stop, they were basically almost shot. So, you know, this guy, I was certain that he'd already taken his pit stop, but as you'll see in a minute, he actually didn't. He actually was still yet to take his pit stop, which I was absolutely shocked by. Yeah, he's messed it. He's messed it up. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, you hadn't even pitted. That's mental. Oh! No! 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 Get on the road! Get on the road! Get on the road! No! Master Choker, the Choke King, the Choking God. What do we want to call us here? Honestly, P3, there to be had. P6 because we got it on the curb. Like, what is going on, honestly? I guess a positive DR haul when you think about it, but, you know, in hindsight, still not great. As we go in for a huge dive, I thought this was completely fair. Clearly, this other driver did not think that. And why don't you? Yeah, look what you've done, you oh my lord, what you've done to yourself, honestly. Oh, mate, like, literally, what is your problem? Yeah, classic.
Ooh! Bullet hell.
No, on the final lap. On the final lap. Oh. Oh no. Yep, as soon as you think it is going to get better, it just gets worse. A P13, because we span out on the last corner. We were definitely off the pace due to all that damage and all the carnage earlier on in the race. Like, that Spanish guy was just, he's obviously pissed. He was pissed. I was like, bro, calm down. It's not that deep. And honestly, it just seems like we couldn't avoid the carnage in this stream. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was gonna back out, but he turned in very early. He turned in so early. Understeer. Ah, we've done him. We've done him. Did we do him? Oh, We actually did him. Let's go. Yep, goddamn right. After juking my man into the pits, what a pro gamer move. We actually finally looked like we'd be on track for a podium. Honestly, the trials and tribulations to get to this point, the Italian in the lead. Although he was on 1 bar, he definitely had the pace. I was absolutely nowhere near him. But what I will say, this was like 4 hours-ish into the stream. The consistency was getting there now. We were making a lot less mistakes. The wheels were spinning up less. We were managing the race way, way better. And this race, well, it was for me to throw away, really. Left the game early. You've left the game early, lad. I'm missing this sensational performance. Nice. That's what we like. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go back out. And there he is. Ah, a bit wide. He's done it. Mate, I should have been ahead. But you can't say I did not earn that one. Oh my lord, finally, at last. At last, how long has that taken? 3.5 hours, and we finally got a podium. But after 2 dismal performances, a P10 and a P12, I wasn't willing to end the stream on such a bad note, so we went in for one more race, and this one, it was close from the very, very start to the very, very end. An absolute classic. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So here we go, as we go to lights out in the feature race, we can see we've got a FaZe clan member ahead of us. On top of that, he's got a Red Bull livery, so that's how you know we really do have to cart him out as we go into turn 1, and we actually managed to navigate turn 1 pretty cleanly. Not only that, but the FaZe member makes a mistake on that rumble strip, something that I'm all too familiar with. I'm not even celebrating anymore. I've done this shit too many times to celebrate after taking P1. Let's keep a bottle on it right now, and let's just see how the race progresses, eh? Yep, as you could hear, I was not having any of it. I think having come so close in the last, like, 5 hours, or however long it was during the stream, I just literally could not be arsed. Some major swerving down the back straight. It had to be done at this point. The dub had to be secured by any means. Oh, steady, 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 steady. My guy's still on me. Indeed he does, and he goes ahead and tries to send it up the inside. We're wheel to wheel going through the section here. He even gets a little bit squirrely, but manages to straighten it up. As you can see here, we're swapping first place. It goes back and forth, back and forth. Me right now, I'm just trying to keep my cool. I know I've got the advantage on him with where I've placed my car. As long as I can put it in front of him, it's all going to be Gucci, and that is exactly what happens. The whole shifting up situation. Oh, that was close. Get into this guy's slipstream. Oh my god, I shat myself. What a save. Hi. Woo! Yeah, at this point, the adrenaline was flowing. Me and this guy were almost evenly matched in terms of general pace. You can see, tried to go for the dive, didn't quite work on that occasion. And for the first time, basically, in this race, we're now chasing instead of leading the pack, which, to be honest, I think I find it a little bit more difficult. It's a mix of the aero wash and then also how gentle you have to be on the throttle. It's a real interesting combo. And at this point in the race, I was kind of noticing a little bit of a pattern. So in the more twisty sections, you know, sector 3 before you come up to the back straight, and then sector 1 after the back straight, I was gaining a lot of time. But then as soon as it came to the kind of more long sections of the track and the back straight, he was getting a lot more time on me. Must have been to do with his exits coming out onto that last section. And obviously, as my tyres were getting worse and worse and worse, it was a lot harder for me to obviously gain that time on FaZe in the sections where I really needed the grip because my tyres were obviously falling off. So with that being said, we're now on lap 6, and this is when we were starting to think about pitting. My tyres were definitely a lot worse than they were on lap 4, and as you can see, FaZe has like a 3-second gap on me, I think, at this point. I'm going to be a bit risky here. We might have saved some time there. We might have got a bit of time through the pit stop. Yep, and look at that, half a second saved just from attacking the pit entry. I guess an easy tip if you want to save some time in these lower lobbies, you'll see how important that will be later on in the race. And I think the most important thing at this point in the race was just to not make any mistakes and at least just follow him. I knew having had the soft tyres on, I was going to be able to make up time in the little twisty sections. And look, anything's possible in these races. There's a reason why I don't quit. It's because you just don't know what could happen. Someone could get a penalty, someone could spin out, someone could even get span out. You don't know what's going to happen. It's not over till the fat lady sings, as they say. Oh, P3, so close. He's so close. I'm going to have to start doing this bullshit to him, man. Can't we keep him away? Attention's no longer at P1 anymore. Yeah, it's interesting. As he was getting closer, he just couldn't seem to break the half a second gap that he needed to probably get the slipstream from me. But it was still a worry. It was still right there, causing an annoyance. I couldn't put my full attention on catching up because he was just there. But more importantly, I knew I was still doing well. I was setting personal best sectors. Literally the last lap I had was the best lap I've set all race. And as you can see, the delta is finally starting to come down from what it was like a 5-second lead at one point. It's now down to a 3-second lead to the leader with 2 laps to go. Absolutely no idea where this pace was coming from. As you can see, we're going through the final sector gate. 5/10. I don't know where we found half a second from. I think it was just pure desperation to try and cover this guy from behind. We end up crossing the line and we basically lose those 5/10 literally just on that last section. Honestly, so poor on that last section. I just don't know what it is. If you mess up your entry, you know, to the first bit, then you just basically mess it up for the whole section. As we can see, FaZe here making a huge mistake. Wheel onto the grass. I think I smell blood. This was the moment. Now we pounce. No, my monitor's about to turn off. No, you're not turning off, mate. Oi. And just like that, that 4-second lead has gone down now to 4/10. As we can see, a bit of a dive, but I did think he went a little bit deep through there. I still gave him enough space to make it through the corner. You can see he's trying to squeeze me out to the outside, which is absolutely fine. Hitting this corner in 3rd gear was something I wasn't doing earlier. I was going through here in 2nd. You can actually go through here in 3rd. Honestly, I found that was where I was making a lot of my time. A little bit of oversteer going into here, getting very squirrely going into the final lap. This is what it came down to. Only 8/10 covers 1st down to 3rd. Ooh, that was bad. That was bad. Go. My bad. Oh, my bad. I apologize. So in the moment, I wasn't sure whether this was a dive bomb from my end or whether it was him kind of cutting me off or what was really going on. Chat seemed to be a bit torn down the middle, whether that was me or whether it was him moving under braking. I thought I might have potentially moved under braking. So you guys can be the judge and jury. Please let me know down in the comment section down below. Did you think that was me or him? But anyway, on to more important things. I don't usually commentate on like a whole entire lap, but honestly, this was so close. I have to. As we have FaZe in front of us, we're still on his bumper. You can see the deltas ping-ponging up and down. My front left tyre really starting to feel it at this point. Honestly, I'm dialed in. I'm just trying to not make any mistakes. I still feel like I've got the overall pace and we are starting to leave a little bit of a gap on 3rd place. FaZe goes to the inside, swerves back into the left side of the track. We're taking this corner nice and wide, basically cutting the curb on the grass as we're getting a bit squirrely through that section. Now the delta gone down to 3/10. It's all going to come down to this last section. Any mistakes are going to be punished. As we keep it nice and close here, utilizing all of the track. Honestly, at this point, I wasn't even thinking about track limits. I was just thinking about how do I get closer to FaZe for this back straight where he's usually more confident and better on the exit. We actually get a really good exit this time, and it's just a pure drag race down to the line. What the hell? Come on. It's not enough, is it? Oh, it's not enough. By 1/10. Oh, that is brutal, man. That is brutal. brutal. Yeah, as you can tell by my reaction, I was absolutely gutted just because we were so close to the P1. You think I could have saved a 10th here or there, basically anywhere over the course of the last 25 minutes, and maybe that would have helped down the drag race to the line. But either way, a P2 DR haul is still going to do absolute bits for our driver rating, so let's go ahead and have a look at that now. And as you can see, we've had a negligible effect to our driver rating. It's decreased ever so slightly. With how poor some of the races were earlier on in the stream, to be honest, we'll absolutely take that. It was a recovery session through and through. And that wraps it up for today's episode. If you enjoyed this, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to go ahead and join us early next week for the streams. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss nothing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and peace.